All right.
All right. So we've gone back to town, done our long rest. Well, we tried once. Shall we? Shall we venture south? Or yeah, it was south, right?
Mm-hmm.
Venture south once again. Maybe we should bring protection with us.
Wow, we were unscrupulously jumped by those three brigands. Jasse, Jizze, and Mia. Jamme.
Jizze.
Indeed.
There's the rule 34 of my campaign.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
If we encounter them on the road again, we may not live to tell the tale. I don't know that we can count on the city guard rolling in every time we need them.
'Twas a fluke. We could have taken them. We were just ill positioned. Kelnozz ate dirt before the fight even started.
All right. Well,
What were our other options? Perhaps you'd like to take a look at this hat that I found?
is there anything special about this hat?
It looks like it has some cat hair in it. But that's all I can tell from my glances.
You
Yes,
make
during that.
a investigation check.
All right. During that fight, we did notice that he lost his glimmer and became very cat-like. Investigation, you say? Oh. Investigated the hell out of
crushed it.
It's an extremely fine hat.
It's so fine.
But as you take a closer look, you notice that it doesn't look like the wide brim black hat that he had. Let me just find a picture here.
This hat looks different somehow. That has not yet been described to me. All right, I know what it doesn't look like. What does it look like?
Fine.
This basically looks like a simple leather cap.
This has completely morphed in my hands.
It looks different. I think you should put it on your head and see what happens.
Well, you're holding it. I don't want it on my head. I wouldn't want to mess up my wonderful coif.
All right, I'll try it on, see how it fits.
You put it on, and it fits very well. It fits perfectly. What do you do next?
I
wonder whether I'm cursed.
I adjust it on my head to make sure it's sitting just right. My bald head things tend to slip off.
All right, you've got a very nice leather cap.
Hey, sorry, dude.
Wait. All right.
Yep.
I have a leather cap on my head. I look quite fashionable.
Ooh, things are really picking up.
Do we like seeing him put it on? Has it changed his appearance or anything to us?
Not.
I'm picturing that.
This is obviously you guys know it's a magic hat, but
It's like a leather daddy hat.
Eikooc hasn't. Nobody is like attuned to this hat. They haven't actually figured out how to use it yet. So outside of the game, you guys have figured out that it's a magical hat. But inside the game, you don't know how to use it yet. So for now, Eikooc has this hat, but it's just stuck in its default mode, essentially.
My leather daddy hat.
Leather daddy.
I will be writing that down.
So, Nybert Brynn did a medical check on you guys and discovered that Theren took a nasty spell and has to lay down for a while. You guys are back at the town, Wicker Goat, recuperating from your ambush by the king of the Royal Mage Army.
Sorry, we're back at the town? Okay, cool.
We're trying to decide, should we head south again and risk our fate to another encounter with them, or should we bring reinforcements? To me,
I feel like they're super wounded, right? Like they got the worst of that exchange.
the thing is, if we've backed up to lick our wounds, so have they. So, the thing is, we can't exactly pay for an escort. We're not exactly flush with cash, and we're just trying to get down there to find some diamonds or some work or whatever's down there.
Yeah, the Orewell mines. I think, I don't know. Maybe if we go a bit more stealthy instead of like walking out in the open.
Off the beaten path.
Yeah, like into the wilderness a little bit.
It's not a bad idea. Go down there off the beaten path. Try and be more careful. Shouldn't run into any trouble that is expecting us, at least.
That would be my bet. What do you think, Brynn? Mr. Isosceles?
I believe it behooves us
Behooves.
to follow the trail.
The main trail where we got ambushed before, or a off the beaten path trail?
What was the general consensus prior to asking me?
Kevin suggested that we should go back south but stay off the main trail and kind of travel more in the wilderness so we
Be a
don't...
little sneaky.
I, for one, love prancing in the woods.
Does anyone have good
pastimes? The only
nature?
thing better than prancing in the woods, frolicking in the meadow.
Do either of you guys have a good nature or survival?
Yeah, I got mad survival. We can travel.
Lead the way, Isosceles.
I think it's nighttime. Should we wait till morning?
Yes, we should. Let's be fully rested. All the hit dice.
We have a nice night of drinking in the bar and yelling
Kerosene.
each other.
Kerosene. That's what.
Caress.
That's the verb for it. It's like CA.
Caressing? Oh, carousing. Yeah.
Carousing.
Carousing. Can I play us a song while we're drinking?
You must.
It's a country song.
Regaling each other of how we throwing spells and arrows and whatever at those three.
Oh,
Double sevens.
We tolerate the drow's performance.
I get some not so encouraging remarks from the locals.
Yeah. Some
right.
of the know Theren soon.
You managed to get Only 3 coppers for your performance.
Is that enough to purchase some mead?
It's enough to get you some of the ale there. Yep.
I spend it all.
You get extremely hungover.
-10 to all your modifiers.
Just like real
You
life.
temporarily die.
Kelnozz begs for death.
You guys can spend the night carousing. Carousing and without any drama or events. And the morning comes, and you find yourself ready for a day of travel.
Is it alright if in the night I concentrate at some point on that hat?
Yep.
Hells
sure.
yeah.
You spend the night attuning to the hat and discover that as you wear the hat, if you make if you will the image of appearance that you want to take over, the hat will cast the spell on you, as if you were casting Disguise Self.
Oh.
And it lasts as long as the hat is on you.
Wow.
That could definitely come in handy. If you're interrogating the blacksmith's son and throwing wild accusations. Completely unnecessary.
Constantly trying to pull the wool over everyone's eyes.
For no reason.
Every moment.
Yeah. I make a mental note never to give the hat to the drow.
I sort of stare at the hat and have a mischievous glimmer in my eye, but say nothing.
Nelson, did you want to spend any time putting spells in your spellbook during the night?
I don't have any money to learn anything. I don't have the money for the components to learn anything and all that, so I'd like to get Identify. I'd like to get Identify into my book, but I don't have the...
I've got 25 gold on me. I could lend you some cash.
I don't think I have enough.
How much was the Identify?
Like, I have the thing, but
I think it's 50 gold. 50 gold for a level 1 spell.
Well, if it's 50 gold, then I could do it. So in that case, I would like to do that, yeah.
Okay.
To add Identify to my book.
Nice. That's going to come in handy.
Yeah, I'm not going to keep it prepared, I don't think. But
I would never keep it prepared.
No.
No, but I would have... I think you just need to get that... Do you have a pearl? Did I give you a pearl last time?
Pearls were mentioned at some point.
Yeah, I don't think I do have a pearl. It says a pearl worth at least 100 gold pieces.
Yeah, you need that to cast a spell.
To cast it.
Sorry, I was looking through the thing for it. But yeah. But once you have it, because it's a ritual spell, if you cast it as a ritual, you don't need it prepared, and you don't need it to be... It won't take up a spell slot.
Right, I see what you're saying.
As a wizard.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. Alright, so it's the morning, you've discovered your magical hat, and your spellbook is newly fattened, and the day is yours.
Let
us travel south.
Brynn, you lead the way. Tell us how to navigate the path less traveled.
I disappear instantaneously in the woods.
Yuck. I feel very alone.
Well, so we'll have to stay close, and you'll need to stay quiet.
Where's that voice coming from?
Oh, from the other side.
Did you make that noise? I think I know where Brynn is. I put my hand on Eikoo's shoulder and I point to where I think Brynn is and I say, "Watch out for snakes!" And we walk forward.
I pop up behind you. What are you guys doing? I just went to go to the bathroom.
No, you startled me. You truly are a skilled bounty hunter, Brynn. I'm glad you're on our side.
Even this terrain looks difficult. I can show you the way, and it will not slow us down.
Let us not tarry. Forsooth!
Forsooth.
So, you guys are going to take a more cautious and stealthy pace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I need everyone here to take a stealth check with advantage because Brynn is guiding you guys.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Nice. Okay, and now, Brynn, I'd like you to roll a survival check for actually leading them. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Brynn, you managed to take the drow and the Halgud through a very kind of offbeat path. You're following the main road, but just taking kind of the easiest kind of way through the forests and staying hidden. You have to go pretty slow because in order for the Halgud to stay stealthy, you need to kind of go slower and help them over with things. So it takes you. It still slows you guys down as a stealthy kind of distance would. So you guys get about halfway through the mine before you have to. Sorry, go ahead, Kevin. You have a question?
Should we roll for Theren as well?
Theren's not with you guys. He's still at the end
Sleeping
recovering
off
from
his
his
acid
wounds.
hangover.
He got really hungover.
Okay.
Yeah.
We left him. Gotcha.
So you guys get about halfway to the mine before the night starts to come, and you guys need to rest before going much further.
Well, perhaps we should set up camp and maybe rest for the night. I don't remember this taking as long last time we traveled. But
We're
also
traveling
were-
much more slowly off the beaten path this time.
Off the beaten path? I can send guard. I don't have to. I guess you're an elf too, right?
Yeah.
We can meditate. Or trance. Sorry, trance. I'll take the first watch.
Okay. I'm just looking up a spell real quick here.
Oh, I also have dark vision. Hells yeah. So I survey my superior dark vision. Boom.
Can you remind me? Oh, there you go. Yeah.
120 feet. Woo.
Yeah, regular dark vision's only 60 feet.
Yeah.
You definitely
Got those
watch.
those
You got
drow
that.
eyes.
All right. If there's a is there an area from where we are right now where I think I guess I'm trying to make some sort of judgment on based on where we're setting up camp, where I think somebody might come from. Where's the most likely spot somebody might come from?
Hmm.
Can I roll something for that?
Well, first you guys tell me. You guys didn't leave too far from the road, so you guys can camp on the road or just off the road or in the thick. Where would you guys like to camp?
Certainly not on the road. That seems like counterintuitive to being stealthy on the side. I'm thinking like in the thick of the woods, or like find like a little clearing off the beaten path.
Yeah.
If you guys are in the thick of the woods, then there are plenty of trees that kind of surround the area that you guys are camping in. You guys can just, if there's a direction in your camp that's closest to the road, right? That's probably where most people who are looking, if they see you camping, where they might come from.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Alarm as a ritual, sort of in that direction. So basically, a 20-foot cube. Basically, I'll be alerted.
Oh, that's cool. Tiny or larger creature.
Sort of anything like kind of like not right on the road, but like just off the road. Like if anything came off the road towards us, basically in that in between area.
You'll cast a spell, and shimmering pale blue light casts out of his hands into a fine silver wire and seems to surround the area before shimmering into invisibility.
That's cool.
So you guys will probably have to have 2 watches, at least.
So I'll do the first one.
Okay. Go ahead and make your... if everyone else is ready to tuck in for the night, then go ahead and make
Nothing
your
ever happens on the first watch.
perception check.
Double sevens again? Oh.
Kelnozz, you hear nothing. And you see nothing.
Even with my dark vision eyes?
Even with your dark vision eyes.
Mm.
You can see... But then you do hear something. And when you hear it, it's very close to you. And all you can see are 2 shining green orbs.
Wait, what?
Peeking out through a bush.
Eyes.
What is it?
You don't have time to notice before you hear the snarl. And for a second you think it's Meoth jumping out.
No!
But it is just a mountain lion who has pounced into your camp.
I shout, everyone wake up!
Roll initiative! Yo.
You have the initiative thing up?
Oh, I didn't click on my character. Try again. Whoa.
Oh, I've got advantage on initiative rolls.
Damn.
14.
Alright, a mountain lion pounces at you from the side.
Oh, could it have snuck up on me?
The mountain lion that was looking at you from the bush steps out.
I say, clever girl.
Damn it! I was thinking
And I fire my automatic combat shotgun into the panther.
Not
All
before
right.
it eats you whole.
So the mountain lions are gonna go first.
Ugh. Did I wake everyone up though with my girlish scream?
Hey guys!
You did.
Wiki wiki! Mountain lions! Dying! Didn't see him coming.
Okay, so
Coming.
this mountain lion runs up to you and does a pounce.
Die. Asshole.
So he's reaching out with his claws. Does a 16 hit?
Certainly does.
Make a strength saving throw. As
Ooh, you're gonna be
the
dead in one swipe. Just like
Time to
last
use
time.
my muscles.
Oh.
the mountain lion pounces onto you. His claws sink just a little bit into your leather and start to pull on you, causing 5 piercing damage. But you manage to push it off and push it down, resisting it from knocking you down. You just made that.
Wait for me.
I don't know. There's part of me that would kind of laugh if he died in one hit again.
I always get one shot in this game.
Like one shot at the first thing, and then like 2 hours of combat where he's just unconscious, rolling death saves.
Fucking
It still could happen. Like
The other mountain lion rushes up to you and bites your leg and causes 4 piercing damage.
Still good.
Just remember our cleric isn't here.
I do have a little bit of healing now.
Well, you're Brynn. It's your turn.
All right, I leap out of bed with my bow already in my hand.
You sleep with your bow?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
bow jangles. And
Got
leap
it.
into this tree and try and arrow the closest one.
Go ahead.
Arrowed!
You hit.
Oh! Whoops. 7 piercing damage.
All right, 7 piercing damage. The arrow thuds into the panther, and blood starts oozing out. But it still has its. It still stands.
Uh-oh.
Well, there goes Kelnozz.
Well, that was fun. It was a fun campaign.
Kelnozz, it's your turn.
Okay, what am I gonna do here? I think any attack roll against the affected creature has advantage. Nope, that doesn't help me. I'll do fucking hell, man. I guess I can cure wounds myself and just hope for. It's only 1d8. Well, whatever. I will cast Cure Wounds on myself. Ah, only 4. Okay. And then as a bonus action, I will inspire someone.
Inspire Ryan.
It's a bonus action, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, I will Bardic Inspiration Brynn.
All
Yeah.
right.
Remember me! Ah.
Okay, you're up.
I sleepily sit up in bed look at the two panthers that are attacking Kelnozz
This isn't my fault this time.
and just cast the spell Sleep and then go back to sleep.
Okay, they both go to sleep.
Wow.
That spell is too overpowered.
That was a close call.
I just roll over and say, you guys should probably finish them while they're still asleep.
Look at the kitties. Oh, Kelnozz, you're a little bloody.
I'm
Don't get it on the cats.
pretty badly injured. Perhaps we could swiftly kill these feral creatures. Can I just stab one and kill it?
Coup de grace?
You can definitely stab one, and you will do. I think they're incapacitated, so you basically just automatically crit on them. But you don't necessarily kill them unless you do enough damage to do so.
I'm just gonna keep stabbing. Stabby stab stab.
They wake up after you do any damage to them.
Oh,
Yeah, only stab one at a time.
Yeah. You can't like just coup de grace them while they're down?
Okay, yeah, fine. They're just animals, so.
It doesn't matter to me either way.
yeah, whatever.
Well, put it this way.
However you want to handle it.
One of them looks quite weak, and I'll say
I'm gonna stab that one.
you can do that one.
Okay.
The other one, is untouched, and I think we're not quite so sure about that one. So go ahead and just do the attacks on that one.
This will make a fine
You
pelt.
essentially just have to roll damage because you can hit and you automatically crit. So just roll double your normal.
Yeah. Just click
attack
rapier damage.
Oh, interesting.
18.
So I guess-
You kill it. Yeah. So you slide your rapier through the back of
18
its
is
skull.
not the amount of damage.
18 is a hit.
Ooh. Oh, 8
8
damage.
is piercing, yeah.
So
But remember, it's a crit, so you needed something
you need
extra.
to
You need an extra
you need to
D8.
roll double your normal weapon damage. So it would
Okay,
be
so-
2d8. Just roll a d8, and we'll add it to that number.
So according to what I'm reading here, it talks about how like
Whiff.
it talks about how like basically like assassin characters work and like how it's impossible to kill anybody in their sleep because if you're just like attacking some guy that's high enough level, you just can never kill him in one hit. And basically it says coup de grace. It's an automatic critical hit, and if the defender survives the damage, he must make a fortitude save or die.
Oh, really, eh?
Yeah.
So coup de grace is an attack on
What's
someone
that?
who's asleep?
What's that from? Is that from an actual...
It's from 3.5. I'm reading this out of
Oh, sure.
a Reddit thread. Yeah, it's from 3.5. But then it says 5e doesn't have coup de grace.
Yeah.
But it says here if the person being killed doesn't notice the person is trying to kill them, they typically just rule it an automatic kill.
I think the idea is whatever makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
Like, in this case, you know, they're only magically asleep, so as soon as you start fumbling with your try to slit its throat, even if you were to slit its throat, right, like it would wake
Then
up
they
as
just wake
soon
up.
as you start doing damage to it.
That makes
So,
sense.
Yeah. So we killed the one that was kind of weakened already. This one, Kelnozz, you did 9 damage to it.
Okay.
You tried to like slide your rapier into the back of its skull, but you hit bone, and it woke up as soon as it woke up as soon as you put your rapier in, and kind of caused you to jitter a little bit, and it wakes up snarling, and shakes its head in a bit of a daze. It seems like it's on its last legs, but it is going to make a desperate lash out at you.
Brynn, finish it up!
damage. Just
Yeah.
Please no.
It's not a combat if Kevin doesn't die.
That's true.
Good thing it resets your death saves.
you take 5 slashing damage as it claws out and manages to scratch you.
Good thing I healed myself.
Yeah. There should be like a cumulative death save like over your character's entire life. It's like trauma.
Yeah. All right, Brynn, the mountain lion is awake and has lashed out at Kelnozz.
I will lob an arrow through its neck.
Brynn, quick, wake up Eikooc.
Miss.
Wow,
Oh,
a
he's
critical
still asleep?
failure ended up
No.
in a 9.
No, it's not
Yeah.
so asleep.
That's
So it
great.
Got some
Your arrow
modifying.
your arrow hits a nearby tree.
It didn't hit a tree. I launched it way up in the air. Disappeared.
Well, that arrow will come back one day. Please suspect.
Someday.
Okay. Anything else?
As a bonus action, I didn't realize Eikooc was asleep. Can
I'm not
I
asleep, I'm just laying
rouse
down.
him? Oh, you're just laying down. Oh,
Yeah, I was like, hey, this is annoying, and I cast sleep, and then I just laid back down.
oh okay. Wow.
Can't sleep over all this racket.
Never mind. That's
Okay.
the end of me.
All right, Kelnozz, you're up.
Well, I'm gonna gracefully kill this stupid panther with my graceful moves. Yeah, there we go.
21 definitely hits, so go ahead and roll damage.
6 piercing.
You stab the beast in its heart, and it crumples down to the ground.
Wow. They will surely tell the legend of Kelnozz, the mountain lion slayer.
You hear Eikooc snoring. Already fallen asleep.
Did you see how vicious those beasts were?
Quite vicious. If only we could
So-
keep their pelts, they would certainly make an excellent cape.
Oh, I'd like to. Can I skin them?
You certainly can try, yeah.
Can
What
we
kind
search
of-
their pockets? What kind of garb are these mountain lions wearing?
Natural hides.
I'd like to try to take the fur off
All right.
so I can make a pair of slippers.
Just to make sure I'm not being unfair, you're not proficient in some form of trades of this form.
Correct. It's more out of spite.
Okay, go ahead
Getting this
and
out of sight.
make a dexterity check.
Ooh, I'm good at that. Watch this, Brynn. I bet they don't teach you this in Bounty Hunter School.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
23. That's what you got, right?
Yep.
Nice. So this is with proficiency. So I'll just subtract 2. Still very good roll. So you managed to, from the first mountain lion, you managed to skin a intact hide.
Yeah.
Make a
Lion
survival check. Or a nature check if you prefer.
I prefer survival.
Okay, you know that you know just enough about skinning to know that the skin will probably not keep very well unless you tan it in some amount of time, but you don't really know.
Okay.
You're not sure.
Can I try to skin the second one?
Absolutely. Go ahead. Dexterity check.
Oof. So that's a 10.
That's a 10. You managed to get some scraps of decent height, but not a full thing. It's like what the first hide I would say was worth probably, if you managed to tan it and cure it, it would probably be worth about 5 gold pieces.
Nice.
But this one would be worth maybe just 1.
Okay, I add those to my inventory.
Okay, so the rest of your patrol or your watch goes uneventful.
I'm back.
Can I sing us a song of rest?
You can.
Or we're doing a short rest, right?
You guys are doing a long rest.
Long rest. Oh, okay. I'll just use hit dice then. Wait, no.
You don't need
I'll
hit
just
dice.
heal myself.
Is someone taking a second watch?
Brynn, keep an eye out, would you? Don't make me wake up Eikooc. Very well. I politely try to wake up Kevin. It's your turn for the watch.
I've got my alarm out there. Leave me alone.
I've single-handedly killed 2 panthers. Take your turn at the watch.
I was only half asleep, but I know you almost died.
You know me too well.
Alright, I will take my turn at watch.
Shit, I forgot about your alarm. Sorry.
Yeah.
Next time, remind me.
I assumed the Panthers came in from a different direction. I gave you the benefit of the doubt there, Bob. They're Panthers, they weren't people.
It's a 20-foot cube, so...
It's a 20-foot cube towards the road, though, so...
Alright.
I figured they came in from the bush.
Well,
I'm good with
next time, don't be afraid to remind me, because I probably forgot.
No. I'm perfectly fine with them sneaking up.
Okay.
If it was people, I'd be like, hey.
They take all your stuff.
God damn it.
They turn Brynn into a woman.
Oh, just what I've always wanted.
Didn't see that coming.
Didn't you?
Okay, so whoever is doing the second watch needs to do a perception check. And if it is Eikooc, you need to do a disadvantage.
Are you actually doing it, Rye?
Yeah.
Alright, I crumpled back down into bed.
Nice.
Your watch is unremarkable, Brynn, and the morning comes without incident.
Ooh, things always happen on the first watch.
Alright.
Let's continue.
If you guys are going to continue as last time, then we'll do similar rolls. So if you're all doing stealthy, then go ahead and everyone do a stealth.
With advantage?
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, Eikooc and Kelnozz do advantage because you're being led by Brynn.
Want to just do regular?
Yeah, your advantage is that you move fast, even with... Okay,
Oh,
there you go.
fuck.
Okay. And now, Brynn, go ahead and do a survival check.
Ooh.
Ooh. You guys have a much slower day. It starts to rain, and that slows you down. And between the slippery grass and branches. There's just too much slipping to go too fast if you want to stay silent. And you manage to get half a day's journey away from the mine, but you have to stop at a certain point or else you'll risk exhaustion.
And what certain point do we have to stop at?
You generally 8 hours of walking is generally a day of travel. And when people are going slowly in terms of stealth, you get half as far in that 8 hours as usual.
We're really being very cautious, but it's another night of camping, gentlemen.
I will take the second watch.
I'll set up my alarm. Same way.
Yep, I'll do the first watch then. Nothing ever happens on the first watch.
All right, roll your perception.
Nope.
It's one worse than his perception of the last night.
Who's doing the second watch?
I can do the second watch.
Kelnozz, when you wake up, you find Brynn is nodding off. He's awake, but he's barely awake. And Brynn, you notice nothing during your watch.
Brynn, what did you see?
Oh, mostly the backs of my eyelids.
That's very disconcerting. They could have set up an ambush around us.
Oh, I was sensing that there was nothing happening. I'm attuned to the forest and one with the animals, and I could feel nothing was going to be attacking us. Now I'll be off to bed. Best of luck. Make sure you alarm us this time instead of trying to wrestle two mountain lions by yourself.
I have a fear of mountain lions now, so I'm very, very perceptive as possible, looking for creatures in the wilderness.
All right, Kelnozz, are you wearing armor?
Yes, I have. Or is it light armor? Wait, no. I should have an actual. Where is it?
Kelnozz is naked. Roll initiative.
Wait, what? Actually?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Just joshing.
Where's my armor? I can't find my armor. Leather armor.
Is it just in your items?
Yeah. Leather armor.
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
This time, you have a much more peaceful watch, and you remain vigilant throughout the night. But nothing is out of the ordinary.
Whew.
The morning comes.
Kelnozz, you weren't wearing any disguises yesterday.
Well, when we travel in the forest, I don't need to wear disguises.
I have my hat disguise myself as what Kelnozz usually disguises himself as.
Clever trick, yeah.
But it looks better than like he's ever done.
Oh, I'm a bit jealous.
You take on the appearance of a high elven person, a high elven in whatever kind of getup you want to wear.
I regale the party with tales of the night before where I killed 5 panthers single-handedly. And then another one came, and I killed that one too, and I skinned them all. An entire panther family.
Sounds kind of neat.
all while you slept like a bunch of babes.
All right.
Well, shall we continue towards the mine?
Indeed. As we continue, I drop the high elf look. That's just to bug him.
It worked.
Okay, it is not very long before you guys approach the southern steps of the Frosted Tips, and the road leads in the distance to a great stone wall that has been erected at the base of the mountain. And there are 2 towers on either side of a large gate as you approach the stone wall. And your stealth is gone at this point. How do you guys approach the wall?
Can we see any, like, are there figures along the wall, or...
Make a perception check.
Okay. Ooh. I couldn't do that at nighttime, but...
Your elven eyes do see that the towers are manned. It looks like there's at least a couple soldiers in the towers. The gate itself has at least 3 soldiers who are at the top of the gate, and there's another soldier who's standing at the bottom of the gate who works the actual mechanism. And the stone wall goes for about a mile or so in each direction, or not a mile, so about maybe 200 feet on either direction, and there's another tower dividing those 2 sections. So there's 4 towers in total.
Hmm.
And
What banner do they fly? Like, what faction do these dudes belong to?
On the actual stone gate is the symbols and adornments of the council land. So this is the officially sponsored structure of the council of the Rog. So the overall.
Well, we're here on council business, so I don't think we should be sneaky about it. Perhaps we should just walk right up to the door and speak to the guards. See if we can get what we came looking for.
Yeah, we're here on legitimate business. No reason not to go up and tell them what's going on.
Kelnozz, are you doing a disguise before you go in?
You know what? No. I'm just gonna go in.
Oh!
We're on official business.
Protecting people or scaring everyone at every possible opportunity.
Okay.
Surely they can't give us a hard time since we're on official.
Don't call me Shirley.
God damn it.
So as you guys approach, you see that the gate is actually open. But as you get close, the guard stops you and asks you for your business here. And his eyes narrow suspiciously when he sees all 3 of you. An elf, a drow, and a Halgud. Although on Kelnozz he lingers and seems confused.
Greetings, my good sir.
Oh, what riffraff has come here today? What's your business here at the Orewell Mine?
Well, perhaps you've heard of Manistrad Copperlocks?
He straightens up a bit. He says, "Of course I've heard of her. She runs this mine."
Well, we're here on official business.
Who are you?
I'm Kelnozz, the Panther Slayer, and these are my 2 associates.
elves.
Oh,
Yes.
You must be.
You appear to have a panther problem in the nearby forest. I killed 10 panthers single-handedly.
Panthers in the nearby forest. I've seen plenty of mountain lions up there.
Perhaps I was mistaken.
What kind of elf are you, anyway?
Panthers
Just,
playing.
Have you not seen an elf before?
I've seen too many elves. In fact, I've seen too many right now.
Why, assure you, good sir, we're not looking for any trouble.
Your kind always is trouble. You're free to enter. Just keep the peace. And he shrugs you off.
He was nice.
I whispered to the group, wow, what a jerk.
You guys enter into the mine, and you see that once you pass the stone walls, that a small community has formed around the central mine that you can see in the distance, just a kind of big open gaping hole where the tracks lead into it. And you can see that there's a divide where some of these buildings are made shorter than the rest. They're made out of primarily stone. Even the roofs are slate stone. Whereas the other houses are made of stone but tend to have thatched roofs or wooden roofs and are more typically the size that you'd see in council land towns or settlements. On the
Do we know who's in charge around here?
Well, the guard just told you that Manistrad Copperlocks runs the mine.
Right, but I mean, she's not here, right? Isn't she back
That's
at the
right.
town?
She did give you guys a name to ask for.
Oh.
And I'm just going to quickly go get a drink, so I'll be right back.
Could it be Jonda Stonetooth?
Could be. I don't have it written down.
No, it's
I'm-
yes, Jonda Stonetooth.
Jonda
It'll
Stonetooth.
work for us when we get to the mine. Specifically written down.
I had Jonda. Oh, also we could get paid 50 gold per bandit because there were bandits.
They were the ones that murdered us, though.
Yeah.
No. Those weren't bandits. Those were Mage Army people. Like, we could have, like, tried to kill bandits on the road. But we avoided them.
Yeah, I guess we were afraid of running into the Mage Army.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run to the washroom real quick.
We could always go bandit hunting another time.
Because we could use some cash, right, to get some new spells?
Oh yeah, we could
Free it?
use. I could use like all the cash in the world right now. I'm severely limited.
So maybe we can do that later.
Mm. So what all are we trying to get at the mine? Like they said, there
3
might be
diamonds.
work and possibly some new quests.
Yeah, she said they'd have work for us, but we also need those 3 diamonds for the wizard.
Yeah. I think they said that these mines don't really have diamonds in them though. I think last
They
time.
said they might.
Yeah, like maybe, but they said there was a diamond seller in town that like or somebody who like sells gems. So I think it's like more of we might have better luck buying them here.
Right, okay. Makes sense.
I too have returned.
We are looking for Jonda Stonetooth, who might have extra work for us at the mines. I'll ask a nearby guard where we could find Jonda Stonetooth.
The nearest guard points you towards a small wooden building that is built very close to the mouth of the mine on the rock face.
Let us go.
Sally forth.
Sally
Tally
forth?
ho!
So you guys have to walk through the town as you get there. As you get there, you pass by a stone building that is adorned with a symbol of a bearded hammer. Anyone who wants to can make a religion check.
I know nothing of religion.
Eikooc the Learned knows that this is the symbol of Justhammer, the dwarven god, the good dwarven god.
Dwarven god of justice. Justice gods are always very good. Never unsatisfactory.
It's not so much the god of justice; it's just like the good god. He's the all-encompassing.
I see.
Dwarves believe in a good god and Shadowbeard, like the devil to our god in such a way, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're so wise, Eikooc.
Well, I've read a book or two.
You guys also pass a building that has a sign outside of it that calls it the Miner's Respite. There seems to be an inn.
Perhaps we could check in for a quick pint.
To the inn? Checking in? Cricket?
Tough crowd.
I had some reservations there, Ryan.
Oh, God damn. That was way better than mine.
All right.
Let's poke our head in.
Okay. If you guys poke your head in, you see it's still early in the day, probably getting closer on to midday. So the area is pretty empty, but you do see a dwarven man behind the bar and a dwarven woman.
How do we know he identifies as a man?
I just told you.
No.
Am I the drunkest person in the
You
room?
assumed his gender. You're not sure about that, Kelnozz?
I drink from a hidden flask in my jacket. Just
Okay.
I will recklessly approach the barmaid.
She turns to you and says, "Greetings to you."
Good evening. Perhaps you can.
And then she kind of goes, "Oh!" And Chad, there's a strange man here.
I'm not a strange man.
What's going on here? This dwarven man comes over. He says, looks at you and says, "Oh," and then looks over at the Halgud and the elf, the wood elf. He says, "We don't want any trouble here."
Oh no, I assure you, Mean you no harm.
The woman runs over to him. He says, What do you want?
I was just curious if you could tell me any rumors or tell me about this area. We are travelers.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Damn it.
So you asked for rumors or what, say?
What's the word on the street? What are the locals talking about?
The two dwarves look a little confused at each other for a second and say, and then the woman says, Jonda's sister is lost? Is that what you mean?
Ah, yes, of course. How long has she been missing for?
The dwarven man speaks up and says, she's been gone a couple days. What is this for?
I'll have you know that Magistrate Copperluck sent us here explicitly to find John's missing sister. So any information you could give us would be greatly appreciated.
They relax a bit as you say that. And the woman says, Magistrate, are you a dark elf?
I say,
Actually?
Yes, I am.
I thought they were only stories. And the gentleman hushes her. Silly woman. And he says, yes, if she went missing a couple days ago, she's trying to prove herself to her sister. The roads have been bad recently, and furious typing. And she went to go try and draw out whatever trouble was causing on the roads.
Are you talking about the bandits?
We don't really know what's been causing the problems. What we found is some carts with black fletched arrows. Cord and I don't really leave the mine much. So all we hear is what the soldiers and travelers tell us.
I see. Where was she last seen? Or what's her name? What's Jonda's name?
Her name is Ryan.
And where was she last seen?
Rana left a couple days ago with a wagon filled with goods, thinking that would tempt out any bandits or whatever was attacking our shipments.
I understand. Well, believe me, this town is in good hands with us here.
Have you spoken to Jonda about this?
No, not yet. We first wanted to try to gather some facts and hit the ground running.
If you're really working with Manistrad, then you can stay here for free while you're here. But are you gonna go help Ryan?
You have my word. And this place seems most suitable. Perhaps you could throw some drinks into the mix as well.
Negotiation tactic. Oh, you're gonna let us stay for free? We would also like free drinks.
Make a persuasion check.
It was a part of our original deal with Manistrad.
Or, okay, you can make a deception check if you'd like. Or we could just take that roll. Up to you.
Oh my god.
He's crushing all of them. Persuading, deceiving.
A few moments later, you have a drink in your hand.
Yeah. I toast to Eikooc and Brynn.
This wonderful dwarven hospitality. I've never been treated so well.
Yeah, they really treat you like royalty around here. Let's have a drink before we speak with Jonda.
The dwarven couple leaves you be while you drink.
Alright.
Kelnozz, make a constitution check.
Uh-oh.
Since you've been drinking heavily.
Jesus Christ, killing it.
Yeah.
Then when combat comes,
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
One shot.
Right.
Death.
Leading to his immediate death.
God.
Alright, you are not intoxicated.
I regale the party of the same story again, only having killed even more panthers than before.
75 panthers.
12 panthers with my bare hands. Well, Eikooc was sleeping. Feeling quite satisfied with myself. I think we should continue and speak to Jonda, or find Jonda.
Let's go.
I toast to our new friends, our new dwarven friends, and say, you'll have the beds ready when we return. And we walk out.
It's pretty presumptuous, but I guess we are staying for free.
Okay, you guys are heading out.
Yeah, we're looking for Jonda. It's La Jonda.
Okay, you guys, if you head straight over to the office, then you manage to get there without incident, and you arrive at the office.
Is there a nameplate saying that this is definitely Jonda?
When you get there, there is a sign on the door that says the Orewell Mining Company Administration. But there's no names of whoever may or may not be inside.
Well, let's walk on in.
You open the door, and inside is a short dwarven woman with kind of an ashy blonde hair, and she is kind of pacing nervously. And when she turns, she says, "Who the hell are you?"
Well, it is I, Kelnozz, and my associates Brynn and Eikooc.
Her eyes go wide at the sight of Kelnozz.
Yes, I have that effect on people. We're here to speak with Jonda.
"What do you want with me, drow?"
I understand your sister Rhine is missing.
Her hand goes to her sword, or her dagger, and she says, "What have you done with her?"
Perhaps
We're here to help you find... Oh,
we've
go
been
ahead,
sent
Brynn.
from Magistrate Copperlock to help you in finding your sister and bringing her home safely.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
A disadvantaged one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is where it all goes downhill. Should have let him just do it with those rolling streak he was on.
She doesn't pull her dagger. She doesn't take her hand away, and she says, "Why would Manistrad send a drow, a wood elf, and a Halgud here?"
For all the reasons aforementioned. We can help you find your sister. We've proven ourselves to Manistrad Copperlocks with feats of strength and agility.
Manistrad doesn't know that she's missing.
Oh. Well, that's awkward.
She just went missing a couple of days ago. So I'd like to
Yes,
know how
well-
you know, too.
We spoke with the locals at the nearby tavern.
Word on the street is you need some help.
We were told that we could help out here at the Orewell Mines, and that you would gladly meet us. Perhaps she wasn't right about everything.
You can be sure that I'm never glad to meet a drow. Or a wood elf, for that matter. Or a Halgud, for that matter.
I thought I was about to
But
be.
in the descending order. But I am also not one to turn down some help. You'll look for Ryan for me?
Do you
Certainly.
know where she was last seen? And yes, we will.
2 days ago, she took a cart out on the road, laden with sacks of dirt, but she wrote flour and barley on it, and gave the appearance that she had laden with all the supplies. She was supposed to head to Saltmarsh and report if there was any incidents, but we've got no indication that she arrived there.
Is there a detachment of town guard that could assist us in our investigation?
Oh, the council sends a patrol between between the mine and Saltmarsh, about once a day, but they won't do any detective work. They say they're just here to protect the mine and protect the road, and they haven't found her on the road. You know, these humans don't look out for much more than themselves.
I hear that. Damn humans. I spit on the ground.
We're trying to train him not to do that.
Do what?
I tried to spit more than she just spit.
Don't be rude.
Damn it.
Listen, I'll give the lot of you 400 gold pieces if you're able to return her.
Ooh.
All right. Well, we avoided the road on the way here. I think we're on to the road to
However,
investigate.
if the guards are traveling the road, surely they would have reported her when she was deemed missing.
Well, there must be something they didn't see. We'll be looking for a cart, I guess, or where a cart might been taken. It didn't make it to town.
As all of you are races that are not commonly embraced with open arms, you know that the council and justice is not as well. Your mileage may vary according to what kind of justice you get from them as one of your races. So when she said that, you know, they don't look after much more than their own.
Right. Damn. Drow lives matter.
Let's not go crazy.
Could we ask you a few questions while we have you here? Why do I have an accent? Could you tell us about the mine? Would there be any diamonds here in this mine?
Diamonds, you say? Oh, well, I haven't had anyone claim to find a diamond so far. Mostly, there's sapphires in these rocks. When you can be lucky enough to find one. Mostly we find steel, tin.
I see. Are there any other things you could use help with while we're here?
To be honest, there's plenty of work to be done in the mine itself, or usually we're willing to hire on some additional security for the roads if we have a shipment going out. But right now, I can't be focused on anything other than getting Ryan back. To be honest, I wish he had come a couple days ago. I was getting desperate.
We had our own.
We tried.
When is the next shipment heading to Saltmarsh?
I haven't even had time to look at the shipment. I'd rather you just go and find Ryan now, and when you come back, maybe then I'll have the clear head enough to give you some other tasks.
Well, perhaps we could take a similar approach to Ryan and prepare a fake shipment, and we could hide inside of it, and then ambush the bandits.
Yeah, you could. In which case, I mean, you could make that any time you're looking for. I could spare you a wagon.
This is a well thought out plan.
Well, I am a drow after all.
Sneaky.
Wink! Well, we will confer and get back to you. What say you, gentlemen?
So we'll disguise ourselves as a shipment along the same lines as our lost friend here.
Yeah, and travel the same. We know that she was traveling from here to Saltmarsh along the road, so perhaps we can just try to head out. Maybe have two of us hidden in the.
Yes,
I have my hat, disguise myself as a dwarf.
Oh.
And then
perhaps
I can drive.
Oh,
that's awesome.
It's getting better.
Perhaps, Jonda, we could borrow some sapphires to make this wagon appear extra enticing for bandits. We would return all sapphires, of course. It would just be borrowing them for the purposes of this ruse.
What, do I look like a stinking rock gnome? I don't have any sapphires.
Perhaps there's something of value that we could use as bait.
Make a
Do you
persuasion
know what the packages she was taking looked like? Perhaps we can mimic similar looking.
But they might be onto us. We need to present a particularly juicy haul.
How would they be onto us? We've only just started planning this.
Oh, but certainly Ryan would have put up a fight, and they would know that she wasn't really just part of a normal trade wagon.
Persuasion is what you're looking for.
Whoops. Good, because that was a shit roll. Could you give us your most valuable wares that we could use as bait?
She scratches her chin and says, "We have some empty crates that I can give you. They look exactly like, they won't be able to tell that they're empty from afar."
And they won't be empty, because we will be hidden inside of them.
Very well.
It sounds like a clever plan.
Do you have any like? Could we hide like a big crossbow or something in one of the crates and pop out like it'll hit him with the big crossbow in the face?
Hit him with the ballista.
Sounds possible.
Perhaps is there an armory here in the town? See if there's any weapons that we could borrow. Of course, all to be returned upon the return of Ryan.
She says, well, you could go and talk to Stagmar, who is, he's the cleric of, Justhammer and also runs a forge there. As for an armory, there is an armory for the soldiers of the council land here, but I think you'd have better luck borrowing the clouds from the sky than borrowing some of their weapons.
There's no need to be dramatic. We'll speak to Stagmar.
Thank you very much for your help. Please look for Reen right away. She's been gone too long.
We will do our very best.
All right.
Should we go talk to Stagmar?
Stagmar was the armory guy?
He is. He follows Justhammer. He's like the blacksmith dude.
Blacks.
We're gonna go talk to him.
Brynn's forehead scrunches as he struggles to recall information given to him 5 minutes ago. What was I just told?
There's a lot of layers of intrigue here.
There are.
There's a lot going on.
I've missed a couple of lines. And it seems the ones that, like, I've copied down things like, you know when you're making notes and you go and read your notes afterwards and you're like, I copied down all the insignificant details that nobody cares about.
Brown line
And
and green eyes.
all of, like, the key plot points. We caroused the night away and looked to travel south in the morning.
Kelnozz killed 14 panthers.
And discovers that if he wears it, if he wills an appearance on himself, he can disguise self. It's a mental note never to give the hat to the drow. See, that's less useful than knowing the
Never give the hat. Yeah, it's even underlined.
Kias are standing outside of Jonda's office at this moment.
Let's go find Stagmar.
We shall find Stagmar.
I'm envisioning this. We have our wagon. Brynn and I are hiding in the back, and there's another big crate. And as soon as they try to ambush us, we pop it open, and it's a ballista. And we just like one shot.
Whoa.
Bunch of barbarian dudes. Barbarian bands.
Ballistas.
Dumps the ballista. Brynn, I like the way you think.
What we need to do is have it like, basically like the turtle van, where like the pistol goes sideways, and we like bust down and start ballisting like multiple shots off the starboard and port bows.
Damn.
This rickety old wagon.
These bandits
Or like
with 10 hit points just die immediately.
Or a cannon. Do they have like gunpowder?
No.
No gunpowder?
No gunpowder.
Dubs ballistas
That
then?
you know of. Just another layer of intrigue there.
I'm intrigued.
See, now I'll make a note that says there may be gunpowder. And then 3 sessions from now, I'll look at it and be like, I don't know what this was in reference to.
This makes no sense.
This makes no sense.
All right, you
What were
guys
you talking about gunpowder for?
head to Stagmar, which is the cleric of Just Hammer who runs the forge. You surmise that it was the building with the religious symbol of Just Hammer on it.
Makes sense.
And when you get there, you see a dwarf with a bald head and a long brown beard. And he is hammering on a piece of metal on his forge, which is kind of an open-air workshop where you see him. And he's doing a chant as you come up to him.
Hail, Stagmar.
He says, "Hail, travelers. You have me an advantage."
Allow me to introduce ourselves. Well, the gentlemen can introduce themselves. I point to Brynn and Eikooc.
I guess I still look like a dwarf.
Greetings,
I'm Eikooc.
greetings, friend.
And on.
Eikooc, which dwarf clan do you hail from? Tell him about, go into excruciating amounts of detail about your family's history.
Excruciating detail.
I would not tell you. None of your business.
He's a shy dwarf.
I know enough about him and you three to be content. Just Hammer has shown me your true natures. What is your name, Slow?
Why, I'm Brynn
Besides Eikooc?
of the
Greetings,
Isosceles.
And you, my dark traveler?
Well, I'm Kelnozz.
As he talks to you, he's still rhythmically banging on his piece of metal. And he says, Just Hammer has brought you to me, but he has not told me what it is that you need.
We've just had an audience with Jonda. We were planning to try to find Ryan, but we need your help.
A noble cause. How can I help?
We plan to set up an ambush for the bandits using a trade wagon. We will load it. Well, we won't load it up. We'll make it appear like it's loaded up with valuable goods and travel towards Saltmarsh. We're hoping you would have some sort of Dub's ballista that we could use, add to the trade wagon to kill a bunch of the bandits as they ambush us.
A ballista. Unfortunately, I don't have such a weapon. I may have a crossbow in my workshop. I could put together the parts for a ballista, but it would take some time. At least, perhaps, 3 or 4 days.
It's too long. What sort of improvised weapons could you prepare for us?
I can forge almost any small item for you using the power of Just Hammer. Given an hour and enough metal to create it. A sword, a spear, perhaps a rudimentary suit of metal armor. Anything else bigger or more complicated, I will have to use the gifts that the land has given us. And the fires of the forge will take time. What do you need?
We need something where we can get the jump on those foul bandits.
Perhaps a well-timed spell, or the arrow of a steady arm and a deadly eye, or the caustic wits of a dark-skinned elf.
We have that in spades.
Has he told you about the cats?
Why, yes.
Just Hammer has told me enough about the cats.
Did he tell you how many?
15 house cats,
That sounds scary.
all drowned in a lake. It was quite disturbing.
They're asking for it. Perhaps some sort of spinning blade or something like that. Maybe a mace with a really long chain, and we could spin it around very quickly, and it would dispatch any of the bandits that surrounded the wagon.
Throw some sort of flat baked good.
A ninja star thrower.
Pizza.
A flail. I can make a flail for you. It would.
But with a very long chain.
So long as to make it unwieldy.
Yeah.
Well, if Brynn and I both spin it around really fast, we could dispatch any bandit around us.
Sorry to waste your time. I start pulling him out of the room.
A flamethrower, perhaps.
You guys could probably put like get a long chain and attach a head to it. Flamethrower might be a tougher sell. So
Let's say you're Brynn.
Eikooc is dragging you out of there, Kelnozz.
Damn it.
You can resist if you want.
Eikooc is probably right. I will go without too much protest.
All right. Let's secure ourselves the actual tools we need to pull off this thing. A cart. And all of that sort of stuff.
Ask him for a spinning blade as a...
While you guys are in the Stagmar's forge, you see that a dwarf assistant of Jonda has brought you a cart with a donkey to pull it.
Very good. Shall we, gentlemen?
And there's also a empty crate on the back that is stamped with the Orewell Mining Company.
Hope there's room for the Dubs Ballista.
There's no room, there's just a hot tub.
Hells yeah.
A time machine?
You come out of that crate, tell them all about your cats, and that'll be all they need. Knock them out.
Okay.
Does fireworks exist? Is there some sort of signal flare that we could light up when
Make a
we are
nature
under
check.
attack? Nature check?
Or make a history. You could make a history check.
Let's do the nature check.
You have no concept of fireworks.
Is there some way that we can make a large sound to alert the Salt March guards?
You guys could cast magical spells that do stuff like that. Oh
There
wait,
are
sorry.
spells,
That would alert
however.
the guards. Sorry.
Yeah, so like when we're being ambushed to
Like
kind of
flare.
set off a flare so they know where we are and that the plan is underway.
I can send a firebolt into the sky.
Okay.
We'll
Oh, I have dancing lights. I could do some dancing lights. Well,
Okay, so you guys going to get going? Or what do you do?
I'm ready to go. I'm looking like a dwarf and
you're a very handsome dwarf.
driving the cart. I like open the box for them to get in.
How big is your beard?
It's manageable.
Hmm.
Medium length.
Brynn, are you ready?
Of course. I stand ready.
I
Ready?
start the secret handshake. I offer my hand.
All right. Don't get all romantic in that box.
I feel the romance beginning already.
I as well. See you on the other side.
I put some really thick nails into the top of the box.
Damn it.
You don't need to nail it shut.
Finally, my plan has come to fruition.
Yeah, because this is really necessary. I hear you.
How are we going to spring out of you nail the entire crate shut?
This was my plan all along. Take me somewhere different.
I'm going down the river, aren't I?
No, I don't nail it shut. All right. We'll set out.
Okay, so Kelnozz is stuck in the box, and who else is doing what? Who's driving and who's...
Yeah,
I'm going to have my hand crossbow ready, like fully loaded and ready.
12 bolts ready to go.
Okay, so who's driving?
Me.
Yeah, I'm in a box.
Okay, you guys are both in the box?
Yep.
Alright.
Boo!
Oh, miss me.
Why are you firing your hand in the box?
I didn't mean to do that.
That's dangerous.
Okay,
Forgive me,
Good
Brynn.
thing you missed.
Weapon malfunction.
That's what she
you...
said.
I've never had this problem before.
Eikooc, make a survival check. Or you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you manage to keep the cart pretty smooth as you start your way off, and you head down the road. It is probably mid-afternoon, maybe getting closer to evening now. And as you ride out, you ride for a couple hours. And now please make a perception check.
We haven't rolled a 7 for one of these like emergency perception checks.
Before anything bad happens, I just want to check something.
You have prevent anything bad from happening activated, right?
Yeah, sorry. I just want to make sure I have my mage armor cast on myself ahead of time. This is a day-long spell, so
Isn't it a reaction? Or am I thinking of something else?
That's
that's a
shields.
different one.
Ah.
Yeah, mage armor is an 8-hour thing, just because I have a pretty good shot of getting attacked. That is all.
That is true. Okay, so you continue down the road, and just as the sun is starting to be totally obscured by the trees, and it starts getting really dark. You come across a small stream where the river that later travels all the way into Salt Marsh starts. It's like a tributary here out the mountains. So this bridge looks like it's quite old, made probably. Well, actually, make a history check, please.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is quite old, and it looks like it was built by dwarves, and it looks like it is for a cart. It is going to be difficult terrain.
Gets a little bumpy past here, gentlemen.
So are you going to continue going at the same pace, or slow, or stop, or speed up, or other?
I'll go at like half speed of what I was going before.
Okay.
More careful pace.
More careful pace. Okay. Make a perception check with an advantage in that case. Okay, as you get close to the bridge, you hear a heavy slosh of water and a grunt. And from around the corner, you see an ogre step out from underneath the bridge and throw a javelin at you. At the cart.
Oh my god.
The javelin goes wide, and he says, "More meat!" Roll initiative.
All right. Them two, right?
Yeah, everyone, you guys can hear what sounds like a very hostile voice. So. But you guys are still in the box.
Still in the box. It's 2 dicks in the box, babe.
We were driving home from camping, and it was like me and not camping, the cottage with Kat and Kat's mom and Adelaide, and we drive by a sign that says "Dock in a box," and I was like, "Babe, step one, cut a hole in the box," and she's like, "I hate you. Why are you making that joke in front of my mom?" And her mom's like, "I don't get it." I was like, "I gotta go."
Oh my god.
Dive out of the car.
You just sat quietly in the car.
So you like Justin Timberlake, right?
Yeah.
That like brought him back.
I guess so. I think his natural born talent and hard work brought him back.
Oh, did he ever
Yeah.
leave?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
like,
it did.
I don't know, out of favor, and then Dick in the
Dude.
Box happened, and all of a sudden he
He
like
brought
was-
sexy back with him.
Back in the game.
Okay, so this ogre rears its ugly head at you guys. Just through a huge tree branch of a javelin that went wide.
Whew.
And now let's get the turn order up here. People have rolled initiative.
Bandits.
Oh, it didn't let me. Whoops. I must not have clicked my dude. How's a critical roll a 17?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
13 plus 1 was your roll. So what did the 13 come? 1d20.
Well, the 13 is the 1d20. What's the 1 from?
Who knows?
What does KH1 mean?
It's
Just go ahead and roll.
Keep
it's
highest
advantage.
one.
So it's
I have
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah, it's
So
advantage.
I rolled a
so-
1, but it didn't take the 1. It took the.
Oh, so you rolled a 13 and a 1.
Yeah,
plus
Yeah.
four.
for some reason it didn't like put the. Oh, I've got it selected on disadvantage. That's weird. Anyways,
It's still weird.
and then it shows up as 13 on the thing. This is bizarre.
I just changed that on the turn order.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
All right, Kelnozz, you're in a box. You hear more meat.
Can I pop that box open?
It's been nailed shut with
Pop a hole
heavy
in that
nails.
Can I
Make a
aim
strength
the
check.
box?
I didn't nail it shut with heavy.
Oh, it's too late to go back.
I said
I'm
I
not
didn't do that
okay. Okay,
before.
all right.
Kevin gets eaten by an ogre, and the rest survive quietly in the box.
The ogre has a hat.
Damn it.
Looks like a drow.
Okay, so yeah, you can just you can pop it open. I'm gonna have to say that's your main action though.
Oh, come on.
That's
Come on.
All right, I'll give it to you as a bonus action.
He doesn't
Yeah.
know that we're in
Interacting
there,
with one object. Go ahead.
I sneak my head out of the box and aim the crossbow and shoot.
All right, go ahead with the shooting.
It's a dick in a box.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Dick in a box, yo.
Your
Only
arrow
5.
scratches him and leaves a bright red line of blood, but only seems to infuriate him.
Take that.
All right. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Brynn, you are up.
All right.
I'm gonna say this guy has taken a turn in combat since he's thrown a javelin at you guys.
Oh. Boo.
A javelin missed.
Boo. There's no other creatures that have not yet acted around?
No.
All right. I pop my head out of the box.
Oh, yeah, that could count as an
How do you do
interaction.
it? And I'm going to longbow him from afar, hoping that Eikooc can absorb all the damage.
Yep.
Ooh, actually, hold on. Let me just quickly consult the manual here. I'm actually going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Nice.
Oh, it's a bonus action too. Since the
Sure.
lid was already open on this box, I use that as a bonus action, and then I fire my bow.
Hells yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Hit, and it's going to be 8 d6 plus 3, so 11 damage. The 3 is from the Hunter's Mark.
Your arrow sinks deeper into its arm, and blood starts trickling out around the wound. And it's roar. It seems very pissed now. You're up, Eikooc.
Alright. I'm gonna make a strategic retreat around the side of the cart. As I am not the meat shield of the group. And I will turn and launch a magic missile.
and we turn and look amongst ourselves and wonder who is the meat shield of this.
I think he's back in town.
It's you.
2 damage. Alright. Oops.
How's this guy looking?
He barely flinches as the magic missiles hit him. And
All right.
he is going to... Oops. Close this. Okay, speed. Okay, so he is going to climb up onto the bridge here. That's going to be 10 feet for him. So doubling it, climbing up onto the bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he can get here. So he lumbers up to you, and as he comes by, he grabs a tree and rips it out of the ground and goes to swing it at the elf that is popping out of this thing that hit him in the arm. What's your AC, Brynn?
Better than your roll. That's 15. Yeah!
The branch, the club, the tree hits the crate, which takes all of the impact, but essentially falls apart.
He's released the dicks from the box.
Purity, elf! Now it is Kelnozz's turn.
So I'm casting Fairy Fire on him, so he has to do a dexterity.
Ooh. That is not
Fairy
good.
fire.
Well, my spell save is 13, so
Yeah.
that does nothing. I will cast Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action on my friend Brynn.
Ah, yeah.
So your pale blue light of your magic spell bursts out into dancing lights that he swats at with his hand, and they just dissipate.
God damn it.
Who's your inspiration going to?
Brynn.
Over you.
Okay. Next is Brynn's turn.
Now, he's a pretty large creature. Am I in, like, base-to-base contact here? Is that
Yes.
what's happening here? Yeah. So a bow would not be a good option at this range?
A bow would be at disadvantage at this range.
Alright. Well, we don't need to go doing that. Alright, just checking my special rules here. And it doesn't look like I have a kill ogre in one hit option. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack him with my longsword. Oh, that's a
Ballsy.
longbow. Long sword or short sword? I think I have to go with the short sword actually. Get more bonuses for it. 15.
A 15 hits.
Short sword damage. Plus another 3, so another 9 damage.
Another 9. Oh, okay, I see. It's 9
Total. 9 total. 6 plus 3.
As-
What's this like hulking strength icon I have on me?
That means you have Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration.
As
Hold
this
the
ogre
spring.
is trying to swat away the dancing lights, you slash out with your short sword and manage to give him a gash.
Oh my gosh!
Nice.
You instantly die. Eikooc turn.
She.
I continue my retreat, and I'm gonna cast. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna cast grease on his area there. So he has to make a dexterity saving. Ooh,
He fails.
He falls prone.
Okay. The
So it's
ogre, your spell goes off, and the ground beneath his feet is covered in this slick grease, and he instantly falls down, just folds, has no balance at all. Ugh! Struggles back up to his feet, and is going to take another swing at. Okay, so he is going to take another swing at Brynn. Okay, that's a hit.
Oof.
You take 10 bludgeoning damage
Ooh.
as this tree crunches into you.
Crunched by a tree.
Okay.
Ouch.
It is now back up to Kelnozz's turn.
All right. Does this do damage? No, it does not. Okay.
Oh, wait, just before you go, I need to make a dex saving throw for him to stay up. Yeah, he stays up this time.
Okay, I'll use Bardic Inspiration for Eikooc. And I'll take a step forward and attack with my rapier. Can I reach him from here?
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead with your rapier.
Oh, God fucking...
An 8
Bunch of
misses. Your
I have failed.
rapier
Sucks.
doesn't manage to find purchase as you stab it forward. Now it is... What the heck? Where did this thing go? Oh, never mind. I just moved it. Okay, it is Brynn's turn.
All right. I think I'm going to go for the old stabby here in the desperate hope that he doesn't kill me with one fell swoop of this tree. Yeah, I think I got to do the stab.
Stab him up.
Stabbing him up. 14.
A 14 hits.
Oh, yeah. 10. Plus 6.
Nice.
16.
Your sword
That was max damage. for
cuts
that
deep
sword.
into his stomach and comes out wet with ogre blood. And he howls in pain and is looking quite bloody now, but still stays on his feet. Eikooc, it's your turn.
rest, my friend.
Ooh.
Is it strong enough?
He falls asleep.
Nice.
We have a moment, but we should dispatch of him quickly. Can we like
Group auto.
group kill?
Is that what you said, or what? I'm sorry.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Group coup d'etats.
Like everybody stab him in the brain at the same time.
At the exact same time.
Even if he woke up as one was going in, the next one would be going in split second later. I don't know.
You know what? Let's go for
I
it.
don't
Let's
wanna-
just roll.
I don't want to like Jimmy the rules.
Let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice, and we'll do it all at once. And if you don't kill him, he wakes up.
Okay.
So
three of us attacking him with advantage. And
with
crit.
you don't have to roll.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll for hit.
Okay, it hits. So we're just rolling damage.
Critical damage, yeah.
Critical damage. I guess I'm hitting him with my staff.
Do we all go at the same time?
You guys are trying to go at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, but let's count it down. Let's do it properly.
All right.
Like 1, 2, 3, triple stab.
Just for the
you
record,
ready?
you could use a touch spell attack if you have a damaging touch spell attack.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't.
Everybody ready to attack?
Have him with a dagger.
Yeah. Everyone ready?
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Step. Ooh.
You guys are rolling to hit, but you're supposed to roll damage.
Yeah, I rolled damage. The rest of you guys rolled to hit.
And Nelson,
Oh.
you didn't roll critical damage. So
you're
roll
right.
another d6.
So I'm a total of 6.
16.
I need another 1d8.
27 plus 8.
15.
You brutally massacre this ogre.
Triple kill.
Okay, so after a few moments, the blood stops gurgling and the ogre lies dead. What are you guys doing now?
Killed an ogre under the bridge. But still no evidence of where the other cart went. What do you guys think? Should we keep going?
Well, we should we look around? Are there?
Make a perception check, Kelnozz, if you want to look around.
Search around. This guy seemed to pop out of nowhere.
Fuck.
So Kelnozz, you start scanning the woods around you, and see nothing really exciting jumping out at you. Brynn, go ahead and make an investigation check as you search the area.
Yeah, just as effective.
Brynn wanders off for a few hours and comes back and says he found the cart in a bush just about a few 100 feet away. It's been broken up by what looks like the works of the ogre. While you're gone, Yuck, what are you doing?
I guess I'll investigate the bridge more carefully where the ogre was.
Okay, go ahead and make
Hanging
the
out.
investigation check. You look under the bridge and you find a corpse of a dwarven woman that has been eaten to some large degree. And she's wearing kind of basic clothes, but anything of value seems to have been taken from her, and you don't find anything else.
No. Are there any identifying marks?
You see that she has an ashy blonde hair, very much like
Oh
Jonda's.
no.
But a lot of the face is intact. You don't recognize her. Much of the body, in terms of where the meat is, has been gnawed off or ripped off.
We should take her back to the mine. We should take the head of the ogre as well.
Okay.
What say you,
Damn.
Kelnozz? Can you decapitate that ogre for me?
Certainly can. Watch this. What was it? Nature?
To decapitate something, I'd say. How are you doing it?
Gracefully.
Well, you're not using your rapier, for example.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll use the rapier.
It's a pokey.
Yeah, I'd say you probably can't do.
You can't slash with it? I guess it's piercing.
You could
Fuck, well,
could slash with it, but I think it would be hard to get an ogre's head off of it.
No, you're right. I have a dagger.
fencing sword, right? Kinda.
I didn't hear what you said, sorry.
I have a dagger.
Oh, I meant Nelson, sorry.
Yeah, like a rapier. It's not quite a fencing sword, but it's kind of more like fencing, right?
Well,
you're right.
You would poke and drag, but I mean, for this, you would probably want a heavy weapon of some sort. But you could do it with a dagger. And if you want to do it with a dagger, then I would say make a strength check.
Could I use my mage hand to wield the dagger and cut the head off?
Yeah. You could,
The mage hand can
Okay,
only carry 10 pounds.
yeah.
I don't think that's strong enough.
You could. What the thing is, you could use the dagger with the mage hand to do some cutting, but I think when it comes time to do any tough cutting, it would not probably have the force required.
Okay, well, I'll use the mage hand to hold the head upright so that
There
it's
you
a
go.
little bit easier to the neck.
Okay,
Gross.
so make a strength check. So, okay, you get the head off. It's not a neat slice, and it takes you like 4 hours. And Brynn comes back and says, "By the way, guys, I found the card, and there's time to spare before you manage to saw it off with your dagger."
Wow.
Really making a mess of that, aren't you? It's just covered in it. It's just like all down the front of him, all up his arms.
Yeah.
Just ogre.
Disgusting.
Just knee deep.
So
Said I just wanted the head.
So by now it's well into night. You guys started this around the following of night. Now it's probably closer to midnight.
All right. Well, I guess we should camp for the rest of the night and make for this in the morning. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Sounds like a good plan.
some kind of rest. Or how long did we travel to get here?
You probably traveled about 4-ish hours.
Well, we could just travel back. I mean, we found the cart. We can at least bring this partially eaten corpse back to Jonda for some closure.
If you can see well enough to travel, then I will
Oh,
let
it's
you.
dark.
Gladly follow.
Yes, perhaps camping is a good
I
call.
know you guys can see. but I can't.
Well, I can see in the dark. I've got dark vision. Kelnozz has
I have superior dark vision.
superior dark vision.
I won't be of much help.
Yeah, perhaps we should just wait for the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, let's rest.
Okay, you guys set up camp, and we will pick up from there next turn.
Sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
And you will all level up,
Except for Scott.
Oh, yeah.
except for Scott, who levels up 3 times.
Oh!
On account of
yeah.
Damn it, Ryan. His consciousness levels up 3 times, but his character levels up once.
Hells yeah.
Hells yeah.
Okay, this is what we need to do. We need to not tell them about the body, because then we won't be able to stay at the tavern for free anymore. So we need to like milk this situation as long as possible and say we didn't find anything, but we're gonna go back out and try to find her.
What are they going to say when we show up with the cart?
I hadn't thought about that. We'll have to, yeah. Let's think about it. Because also we have free drinks as well. Keep that in mind.
It's just your character trait of causing chaos wherever you go.
Just like lying for no reason.
One day you'll get all the handouts from everyone.
One day I'm gonna just get like shanked by somebody and die.
Alright, I'll plan for that next time.
Oh my god.
A lot of shanks
Damn it.
down in the Shank District.
I'm never going to the Shank District.
Oh, on Shank Street.
Nope.
I don't like that SpongeBob thing you said, Kevin. Seems strange and unusual.